All right, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing today? This is AJ, your online coach, coming at you today. And what you guys Googled was how to reprogram your mind with affirmations. Okay. I'm going to tell you some of those things. I got a 90-day challenge going on right now, and this is actually day 2 of my 90-day challenge. But I wanted to kind of talk about some things that I've found out and some of the things that I'm learning as I'm going through the process here. As you know, I'm making this as a diary for myself and to see where I'm at. And going to be 90 days. So I've kind of somewhat failed myself because I haven't been consistent in what I'm doing. I started on February 1st. Now today is the 12th, actually the 11th. And I've only made 2 videos since then, but I have got some results. So, I've been trying to get everything in line and what I really need to do, get a morning ritual and things like that. And, after listening to my tapes, I do have a statement. I don't know if you saw my statement one that I made, but, I got my statement here that I'll say. And then I also have my self-confidence formula one that I say. So I've been saying those consistently every day. I don't know if you can see up here on my big board here. I have 10, 15, 10, 10, and as of the 9th, I've done it 5 times. So I actually do it in the morning and I do it through the day. And I have here in my self-confidence formula that I will say it 25 times a day. 30 times a day, but I've only gotten to those amount of many, so I'm actually trying to get a little better. So I kind of seen what got a system down. I could do 5 in the morning, takes me about 30 minutes, and then I could do another 5 throughout the day in my car. That's another 30 minutes, so that together is 10. And then I can find a way to do at least another 5 more on my, before I go to bed. So that makes it 15. Oh, excuse me. So I'm still kind of short somewhere, and the goal is to see how many times I can do it and what the results I'm getting. But I came across some things here, and I got a daily ritual that I do now, so I can kind of show you some of those things that I got. So then I can start being a little bit more consistent because I didn't know which way I wanted to make things go. So I'm starting with, I got my thing written up there on the board there, on the big board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say my statement 5 times a day. So I'm going to say that 5 times in the morning. And then I'm going to do a tapping session. I do a tapping session with Brad Yates. And he kind of tells you some things that you need to say as you go through those. You know what I mean? So that kind of helps. It's like acupuncture areas. It helps clear out your areas there. Brad Yates, those are things that I do with him. So I do my tapping. And then I do my gratitude book. My gratitude journal. Which I have here. So I have been somewhat consistent with that and my gratitude journal. Now, the purpose of a gratitude journal, if you saw the movie The Secret, it kind of tells you some things, what you need to do and what you need to start your day with. And the gratitude is you want to actually be thankful for the things that you have now and other things that you may want. Like you can start with, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have my eyes that I can see. I'm so happy and grateful now that I can breathe. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have my eyes. I'm so happy and grateful for my wife for being in my life. I'm so happy and grateful for my children. So happy and grateful for my job. So these are the things. If you got a crappy car, I'm so happy and grateful for my car, because you have to appreciate the car you have now so you can get a better car. And if you can't say anything negative about your car, you got to say, I'm so happy and grateful now that it takes me to work every day and gets me there on time. I'm so happy and grateful for that. If your house you live in is not as big as you wanted, or something's missing from that, I'm so happy and grateful now for the house that I live in. Because you have to be gratitude for the things that you have now so you can get more things. And I've learned those things from The Secret, from Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, things like that. Here's my Napoleon Hill book that I got going on there. And I also found something else, which is I'm sitting here listening to Charles Haanel. I showed you this book once before, the Master Key System. Oh, you can see that. You can see that. the master key system. I don't know how to use that thing. The master key system, but I actually found on YouTube this audio. So actually, it can actually go through it as you would. Now, this book here is like really powerful. Okay, so if you guys get a chance to get the book and actually go through some of the things that he's talking about in the book, will be very very beneficial for you, just so you can kind of get your mind right on some of the things that you're listening. Because the goal is to reprogram your mind with affirmations, right? And that's why you Googled me here today, and that's why I'm here going to tell you about. But this is some things here you can actually, and it's talking about that stuff inside there too. This here, as soon as this comes up, I found this website here. This is free affirmations. I like that website there. And that website there will actually, give you some, show you some things that you're actually looking for if you're trying to do some affirmations. So here you got a list here what your affirmation want to be, and these are things that you want to say throughout the day. You want to say it in the morning and kind of say it consistently throughout the day. So you got life success, you got law of attraction, money, weight, personal growth, confidence, social skills, dreaming. You got business, you got sports, if you guys like sports, if you want to do scuba diving, there's a lot of things on there. But the one that I like, this is actually pretty good, so you can get through some of those things there. But I like this one here, guys. This one here, I like this one because this one here actually kind of tells you, it kind of ties in with some of the things that I'm reading. And one guy that I listened to, he talks about getting your 3x5 cards. So you get your 3x5 cards, and then you put your affirmations on it, and you say those things. But check this out. This is pretty cool. That's why I'm making this video here today, because I had something really cool happen to me, so I wanted to kind of say that. Wait, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Okay, so these are my affirmation cards that I have, and I wrote these up. And these are some things that I'm working for in my business and in my personal life. So I'll just kind of share some of those things with you. And you want to say these things, carry them in your pocket. I haven't gotten these finished quite yet because I want to put some pictures on here also, so to help me remember what I'm talking about, and get it laminated too, because after a while these words and stuff is going to come and fall off in your pocket and stuff, because I had some other ones that I used, and look how ratchety these things look. You know what I mean? I wrote it in red pen. You know what I mean? And I'm just trying to get the things together and trying to do this, because the 90-day challenge is, you have to be consistent in every day, and you're not going to be perfect, but as long as you know in your mind that some of the things you got to do. So if you're sitting down watching TV or something, you say, oh, you know what? Let me go do my affirmations. Let me go do my mind. Because in this book, it's talking about you have to see it first in your mind before you can actually get it in your hand. So, which means when you hear about people talking about meditation, this is what all this stuff is talking about. Charles Honnell's talking about that, here in this book. And he's got to the page here where it's talking about, I'll just read this because it's got some questions. It's got a kind of like ways things to go. But here's the one that says, the 44 is like, select a room where you can be alone and undisturbed. Sit erect, comfortably. Do not lounge. Let your thoughts roam there where you'll be perfectly still for about 15 minutes to a half an hour. Okay, that's meditation. Okay, continue this for about 3 to 4 days for the week until you can do that good, and then you go on to the next chapter. So basically that's what I'm working on now, is I need to actually sit still and kind of do that. So that was pretty cool. But here, this is what I liked about this list of 44. Now you guys can download this and pick what you want. There's some things on there that you can actually look through. But I like this part right here. Let me see, can I open this up here so it can be a little bigger for us? Because I really like this one, because this here is talking about some of the things. Now you can kind of read some of those there. But wait till I get to the part that I was looking for. Okay, Step 5, go through the affirmations. Read the entire list. Identify the ones that you want. Focus on only 5 or 10 of them, because there's a lot of things here to do. So they say focus on 5 or 10. And I have here on my list here, on my cards here, I have 6 of them. I have 6. So 6 things that I'm working on. Okay. Pick your affirmations that resonate with you the most. Write your affirmations on a small index card and carry them with you. Review them often. Okay. Also, while standing in front of the mirror, now I don't know, there's a little girl that she does her affirmations in the mirror, and she's standing on the bathroom counter. I love my hair, I love my mom, I love my this, I love my that. Check it out, find that affirmation thing. And that's kind of like what we need to do. So if you can find that. I didn't pull that up right now, it just came to mind. But yeah, she does. As a little girl, she's affirmations, she does her affirmations. I like my mother, I like my brother, I like my school, I like my hair, I like my, playground, all that stuff she's talking about. So those are the things we kind of say, okay? So while standing in the mirror, repeat your affirmations out loud. So you got to do this out loud. So if you got a basement downstairs or something, or, you just got to get loud with it and say it and get confident with it. So try to find that. Say it out loud about 50 times each morning. And when you get up, and another 50 times before you go to bed. So first of all, you got your statement that you need to say, and your self-confidence formula. And now it doesn't say self-confidence formula. I do the self-confidence formula anyway, because they're both the same. I mean, if I'm going to say one, I might as well say the other. And it's easier to say both of them, because to take both of them, for me to do both of these, it takes about 5 minutes for me to do both of these. Okay. So if you do these, and in the book here, in the Napoleon Hill, actually there's a video online, you can actually find it. But he says do it 12 times a day. So he says do it 12 times a day throughout the day, and give gratitude for the things you got that you haven't got yet. So he says that. But I am trying to do 30 times a day, because I want to make it get into my head a lot quicker. And here, so you got those, and here he says there's 5 times a day in the morning. 50 times in the morning and 50 times at night. Repeat those affirmations, and then imagine you seeing the desire as completely in fact, that's completely done, that you got that, okay? And then here's another spot here where it's talking about. And then another thing you need to do is you need to sit, twice a day, sit down and write out your affirmations that you're working on. So if you got 5 or 10 of them that you're working on, that's why I got about 6. And then you got to write those down, write those affirmations about 10 to 20 times. So you got some things here that you need to do if you want to program your subconscious mind, so you can get those things done. And all this thing it's brain work. It's not physical work, it's brain work. So how are you going to reprogram your mind? You have to do these things. Also says, here's another thing that you can do. Now, I haven't done this one yet, but hey, I will be making some soon. I'll let you see those miniature results when I get them. But create a poster of yourself, using the program, like a PowerPoint or something like. But then they says to write it down on letter size cards and post it where you can see it several times a day. So if you're at home all day, you want to write your affirmations out so you can see them big, and you can see them. Now I have in my car, I have pictures of the things that I want. I don't have my affirmations written down yet, but these are the things that I'm working on. And these are just some things that I'm going through, and I'm just trying to get better with myself. I'm no way there on what I need to do. But I'm making this journal diary here for myself so I can see where I've come in 90 days from now. If you want to join me, that'd be great. You should subscribe to my channel. Smash that channel right there. Smash that. Give me a comment. Say, hey, AJ, I like what you're doing. And I got a little question here. How's this working for you? What happens when when things come up and you can't get those things done? But, you're supposed to be kind of saying these things all day. And, it takes 21 days for us to change a habit. So once you start doing these things on a consistent basis, then it'll be pretty much automatic for you. So that's really what the goal is, and how to try to reprogram your mind with affirmations, and that's what I'm doing, because it's all the mind work first. We can't do all the physical work because that's what we used to do. But if you want to do what they say, think and grow rich, if you want to believe that Charles Honnell and all these affirmations, all these things got to be in your head first, right? And we got to sit and think. Remember when he said in here, you got to sit and think. You got to sit and be still for 15 to an hour. I mean, 15 minutes to 30 minutes. So we got to get practice with that too, because while we're sitting there meditating, we're thinking about the kind of house we want. We're thinking about how big it's going to be, where it's going to be, what color it's going to be, what color is the door, what color is the handles, what color is the curtains, where are you going to park your car? Do you have a covered driveway? Or do you have one where you got to go around the back and park your car? How's the house look when people pull up to it? When you open the door, is it going to be a grand entrance where the stairs come down twice, you know what I mean? Or is it going to be one, just go in and just see it? When you open that door, what do you see first? Do you see the stairs first? Or do you see the pool first? Do you see your Lamborghini sitting in the living room? I don't know. But these are the things that we got to figure out what we're going to do. And once we see that stuff and we can keep repeating that stuff over and over and over again, then those things will happen to us. But think about it. Hey, whoever made this computer that we're working on right now, somebody had that vision of that in their head first before they actually made it. Okay? The house that you live in, somebody saw that in their head first before they actually put it there. You know, the school we go to, the cars that we drive, all these things was in somebody's head first. Henry Ford, you know, it started with him making a car. He didn't even know what the car is, but you know, and it kind of all started from there, through Think and Grow Rich, what he's talking about. Hey, I appreciate you guys staying on my channel, you know, and give me some likes or some dislikes, how I can be better, because you know it's all about getting better in what we're doing. We're all about marketing ourselves, you know. And if you like what I'm saying here, that's cool. In the bottom, I'll have some things that I use to sell, but I got to get my mind right first, you know. And if we take 90 days just to get our mind right, then see what we do, you know, how many times we said it, I'm sure there's going to be some interest. Oh, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Okay, so sorry, got sidetracked there. Should take some notes. Okay, but I wrote down here, because as you go, you know, I do Uber right now, right? Okay, so I'm so happy and grateful now that I make $300 a day from driving Uber with big cash tips. So I had a customer, this was yesterday, today is Sunday, so Saturday was a big day for me. So I'm driving, and this, you know, my car is Select, which is the highest level for the Uber. So I picked this guy up. He drove Select, so that was about a 30-minute ride. And then he said he's going to call me back when he wants me to come pick him up. But, you know, Saturday's pretty busy, so I didn't even get a chance. He didn't even text me. Well, actually, he did text me after I'd already got home. So it was like an hour that I'd missed his text. I was like, oh shoot. So I called him back. I texted him. I texted him. I said, are you still at the casino? And yeah, because the casino from my house to him is about 10 minutes. So if he was still at the casino, I was going to go back out and take him where he needed to be. But he texted me, said, no, yeah, come pick me up whenever you want. So when I get there, so I'm like, okay, so typically when I pick up a client, I will get there, then they'll Uber from there and then take them to wherever they want to be. This way they know they get me. So he says, okay, so how much do you want? How much do you want? Now I know the Uber thing. I know the Uber Select was like $50 when I first took him there. But then he wanted me to take him home, and he said, yeah, we'll just do it without Uber. I said, okay, so anything about $50 or more would have been pretty cool for me. But he says, how much? I said, what do you think? What do you think is fair? What do you think you want to do? You know, I left home. I mean, I'd already home, and I left and went back to get him. So he says, what did he say? 80? I think his wife said, I'll say, because he was playing poker, so he was there at least 8 hours or so. He said, she said about $80 to $100. I said, okay. I said, yeah, that sounds cool. I said 80. I said 100 sounds better because it's $80 and $120 tip would have made 100. And he goes, how about 120? I was like, cool. Yeah, that sounds perfect. So I took him with a select ride would have only been $50. Well, actually 60 because that's probably what it charged him to get there because Uber takes 25% off the top. So I was going to get at least 50, but he must have paid, 60 or 80. I don't remember what, but it was 25% on top of that because I got 50. So right there, I got $120 taking this guy about 30-minute drive. So that was actually pretty cool. And I just wrote these affirmations down. So these are some things. And when you write your affirmations, this is one thing that I noticed because I got other affirmations that I'm writing, but I'm not in the mix of doing those things. I was in the mix with the Uber. So that's how I was able to receive that. So this affirmation things works. So that's my little story there I wanted to tell you. Hey, listen, smash that subscribe channel. Give me some likes, some dislikes, give me a comment, and I'll have my phone number in here too. So if you guys want to get a hold of me, it'll be right there. You can call me, we can chat. And that's all I got for now. I'll make another video and we'll just keep going. But the reason you're here today is because, I got the 90-day challenges day 2. But you really Googled was, I have to say this at the end so it can rank in the thing. How to program your mind with affirmations. That's right, guys. And thanks a lot. Talk to you later and enjoy. I just give you this website here again so you can kind of find that one. Okay, that's the list of power affirmations. Okay, by this guy. Okay. And then we got the free affirmations thing here too. If you want to do that one. Then I got the Charles Honnell, right? The Master Key. Okay, the full audio book. You can check that out. This is my Facebook. So look me up there, AJ Your Online Coach. Okay, guys. Thanks for stopping by, and I will talk to you later. And take care. Ciao.